Questions 25 through 28. Listen to a teacher talking in a history class.
Farming might seem like a tradition that has been around forever. However, this isn't the case. In fact, farming had to be invented just like other kinds of technology. People first started farming about 12,000 years ago. Back then, the Earth's climate was getting hotter and drier. People had to move to places where water was still available. But because they were all living in the same area, they couldn't get enough food through hunting and gathering. There simply weren't enough wild plants and animals in their area. However, people realized that they would have more food if they planted their own seeds instead of relying on wild plants. They could plant seeds close together and care for the crop so that they would produce the maximum amount of food. Thus, farming was invented. The main crops that people planted included grains like wheat, barley, and oats. They also raised olive trees and fruit trees and planted some kinds of vegetables too. After the seeds were planted, farmers had to keep their land free from weeds. They also had to make sure that their plants got enough water. It was sometimes necessary to carry water by hand from the well to the garden. When their crops were ready, people harvested them by hand. It was difficult to keep the food they harvested from going bad. Of course, there were no refrigerators or freezers back then, so ancient people had to find other ways to save their food. Some of it could be stored in clay pots. Fruit and vegetables could be dried or pickled in salt water. These methods allowed ancient farmers to save harvested food for much longer than it would have otherwise lasted.
Number 25. What is the main topic of the talk?